make sweet love to me. I know all the things to do to please your body. And if loving you is wrong, I don't wanna be right. Am I asking too much if I ask you to stay tonight? Let me take over your body. I know that you got low mileage. When we get together, we wildin'. We keep our business in private. Running up chest like in private. Winding down you to the finest. Yeah, yeah. Baby, I know how to make you feel. You got the best I ever had, just being real. I give you good, good love and have you in your feels. Yeah, you know this love, I'm gon' give you the chills. I can feel your energy. I can tell you into me. I can feel your synergy. So baby, just keep loving me. Love, love, love.
I'm right here, baby. No, I got that energy that make you wanna love me, that make you wanna fuck with me, yeah. I'm gonna be right here for you. The other ones just can't do it for you. I got the vibe, no lie. Yeah, come and take over my body. Yeah. You know that I never minded. We get together, we wildin'. I like our business in private. Running up checks, I in private. Winding down me to the finest. You know I like that shit. You know how to make you feel. Got the best you ever had, just being real. I give you good, good love and have you where you feel. Yeah, I know this love ain't gon' give you the chills.
I can feel your energy. I can tell you into me. I can feel your synergy. So baby, just keep loving me. Love, 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 love.
And I stayed into something. So now I'm closer to God. But being closer is hard. The attacks get stronger, become much harder to fight, and they last longer. That's what it's always been. Joy with the pain, dark with the light, sun with the rain. With the right perspective, there can be something to gain.
Unknown number just text me, so they gon' kill me. Then why they just play with her? They know that 40 and stay with her. I'm smoking on that, don't play with her. If you bought a bitch, I fuck around and break the run. I should get trapped of the year, I be trapped. Put a pound on your head, little nigga, I be catching. Think I'm a little nigga, when she throw it, I'm catching. I'm breaking my back in. It's messed up, my ass full of head, yeah. Rocky got me turned up on the yeah. Now I got this bitch like in the air. Got a fetish for getting this bread. Run it up, drive my nuts like a lead, babe. Trap of the couple chasing it. When you shining, you can't rush the process, man, I swear to God, a couple messed up, my ass full of head, yeah. Rocky got me turned up on the yeah. Now I got this bitch like in the air. Got a fetish for getting this bread. Run it up, drive my nuts like a lead, baby. But I got this shit out the mud, bitch. That money feel good when a couple chasing it. When you shining, success, man, I swear to God, it come for perfect timing. In the project, 50 can jewelry, yeah, I'm switching up the clowns. Sleep on the couch, now I'm so conscious. If I got blow me a nigga, I know they gon' try make me look like a monster. I'm from Baltimore, better keep you a stick, one ride with no armor. I lost noodles and niggas, some niggas.
But I know that there's more. More for you, more for us.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking that pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking that pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking that pandemic.
Say you love it, what you gon' do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Girl, you know that I will never disrespect you. We love tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spank you. That ass down, gotta make it last down. Start off slow, then I'ma beat it up.
Hey, yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
We got action-packed day today. What's up, everybody? I hope you got your pen and paper ready. Because some things you ain't gonna be able to retain just by memory. What's going on? Some things you ain't gonna be able to retain just by memory. So I hope you have your pen and paper. I hope you have your recorder. If not, I'm gonna give you a little time to, just a little bit of time to get it. Okay, I'm gonna just. So I can have it here. Let's see. Yeah, I did it right. I did it right.
I know my parents loved me, stand behind me come what may. I know now that I'm ready, for I finally heard them say, you can teach it, you can take it, just remember that you've been told. No, it's a different world. It's a different world. It's a different world, hey, than where you come from.
All right, there we go. Had to make sure everything was good. Had to make sure everything was good. Hey, everybody that's here. Oh, snap. I forgot one thing. All I need is one mic. I forgot one thing. that one thing. Hold on, I forgot one thing. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. I appreciate all of y'all for being here. This is the learning session. So if you ain't ready to learn, then it's the wrong place for you. This ain't the hype session. This ain't none of this. This is the learning session. And in this learning section, okay. In this learning section, we learn for real. I'm looking for one thing. Hold on. She sent it to me. Okay, here it is. All right, here it is. Let me get this out the way real quick. Let me do this real quick. It's weird, but hey. Wow. Yeah, we back. I'm giving y'all some time. Whew, it's a lot. Okay. Oh, this is weird. Oh yeah, y'all gonna see the difference today. Y'all gonna see the difference today. This is clearly weird. Hey, Miss Linda. Hey, everybody. What up, Steven? Shout out to everybody that's here. Here I come to save the day. Mighty Mouse is on the way. Who remember that commercial? Who remember that cartoon? I'm trying to butter y'all up. You know, the quiet before the storm. God damn it. The quiet before the storm. And the storm is here. Here we go. The storm is here. The storm is passing over. Hallelujah. You can weather the storm. Who is this? Hold on, y'all. Here we go. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Hold on. Okay. Told y'all this stuff just be dropping in my lap like crazy. Okay. I'm gonna do it like this. We're going to do it like this. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, I'm ready to roll. So, when we left off with the Social Security Act, and I mean not the Social Security Act, but we left off with the showing that a lot of things that the government did is wrong, right? So, okay. So put this first. So now that we see that a lot of things that the government is doing wrong, and we are caught up in the middle of all of this crazy stuff, right? Okay, Affidavit of Fact. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. So, hey, Miss Lady. Hey, April Showers. Okay, Fantasia, be right back. All right. So, all right. Here's how we're going to do this. We're going to show you, well, I'm going to show you the jurisdictional chart again, right? The jurisdictional chart. And I'm glad that Miss Darling April was in here, because what she actually was doing when she sued Geronda Pace for Robert Kelly, she was acting on the common law side, which confused a lot of people because they are not on common law side, but they on the corporation side. A lot of people only know about this, the corporation. A lot of people only know about a person's, about an artificial person, about a John Doe. That's how you spell your name. Capital everything. No, you don't. So we're going to get into some things today. Okay? And I put that up there because I want you to be able to actually see it. What you are able to see. Okay? I want you to be able to see it, what you are able to see. Now, I made it small enough so that way not only can you see the top part, but you can see the part that we're working on, which is a living entity endowed. We covered everything from man or woman and corporation on up, so now we're covering everything down. A living entity. Sujurus, free man or woman. Fisher, grower, writer. A legal entity. Ins ligas, juristic perstic. Judge, taxpayer, driver. I'm glad you said that, Dana. So I have a question. Why do you need a driver's license? Some people going to say, well, Dana, I need a driver's license to drive. Are you a legal entity or a living entity? Make it make sense. Are you a legal entity or a living entity? That's the trick question that the actors have been schooled to ask. And they will ask you quickly. Are you a driver? And you'll say, yeah. And then when they ask you that, you're going to jail. Because the next question is, who do you drive for? Who do you drive for? Since you're a driver. And see, a lot of people don't like this type of teaching because they are so programmed one way. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. How y'all doing over there? Love every last one of y'all. How you doing? So, let's go. A living entity is sui juris, free man or woman, a fisher, a grower, a writer. That's what you are. You either fish, you grow, or you write. You're a free man or woman, right? A legal entity. Unlegis juristic person. A judge. A taxpayer. A driver. So I'm going to ask a question. Golly. Lord have mercy. So I'm gonna ask a question. Are you a judge? No. Are you a taxpayer? Y'all gonna get mad at me. Cause you paying taxes. Why? Are you a driver? So you mean to tell me you need a commercial driver's license to drive a private vehicle? I'll wait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this down, right? And I'm going to put this up here. Something that everybody needs to know. And what you know, or what you need to know is that, you know what? I'm only going back to what you call it, man. I'm going back to Zoom. I am not going to keep doing this. You know what? Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Here we go. So section 003, registration by political subdivision prohibited. A, except as provided a subsection B. A political subdivision of this state may not require an owner of a motor vehicle to register the vehicle. Pay a motor vehicle registration fee. Or pay an occupation tax or license fee in connection with a motor vehicle. I don't think y'all heard that. So I'm going to read it again. Registration by political subdivision prohibited. A, except as provided by subsection B. A political subdivision of this state may not require an owner of a motor vehicle to register the vehicle. 2, pay a motor vehicle registration fee. Or 3, pay an occupation tax or license fee in connection with a motor vehicle. B, this section does not affect the authority of a municipality to 1, license and regulate the use of motor vehicles for compensation within the municipal limits. And 2, impose a permit fee or street rental. So I'm going to ask you another question. Why do we have to have a commercial driver's license to drive a private vehicle? When you live in a private, we have our own driver's license tags. I will be getting mine soon. But listen, Department of Motor Vehicles, this is a private association. By joining this PMA, you have surrendered any state or God-given rights to travel. It don't say drive, it says to travel. or use of the public highway. This adhesion contract will be vigorously defended by the police and courts. Thank you for stepping outside of Supreme Court rulings and sponsoring our enslavement scheme. Travel safely. Hey, Ms. April Showers. Pay attention. Department of Motor Vehicles sent this out. This is a private association. By joining this PMA, you have surrendered any state or God-given rights to travel or use of the public highway. This adhesion contract will be vigorously defended by the police and courts. Thank you for stepping outside of the Supreme Court rulings and sponsoring our enslavement scheme. Travel safely. At no term did you hear the word drive. At no term did you hear the word drive. Now, a driver's license is only for these people, the artificial person. An entity such as a corporation created by law and given certain legal rights and duties of a human being, and a being, real or imaginary, who for the purpose of legal reasoning is treated more or less as a human being. An entity is a person for purposes of the due process and equal protection clauses, but is not a citizen for purposes of the privilege and immunities clauses in Article 4, 2, and in the 14th Amendment, also termed fictitious person, juristic person, judicial person, legal person, moral person. Hey, Mel J. So, I am none of those. And because I am none of those, I don't fit in their guidelines. Jeez, what is wrong with this thing? I don't fit in their guidelines. I am a living entity. I'm sui juris. Free. Hold on. I'm a sui juris, free. I'm sui juris, free man or woman, fisher, grower, and writer. Now we're going to get down to it. Certificate of live birth. Registered title. Certificate of birth. That's what it's really supposed to be called. Certificate of birth. But they give it to you as a birth certificate because it's on paper. So it's a registered title of an artificial person, corporate straw man, legal fiction, trade name created and owned by a government. Versus the record of live birth. Affidavit of life for a living man, woman, sovereign man, woman, living fact, evidence of life outside the government. Stop. That's why you always ask for your placenta after you give birth, ladies. That proves that you gave live birth. Anything else, you just birthed. I know y'all sit back like, what the heck is he talking about? He talking about live birth and this. So let's put this on hold for a second. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. In the UK, it was said that, I'm going to do it this way. In the UK, it was said that every person born gets and you will be given NHS number. I don't know what an NHS number is. That you use for everything to do with medical stuff. So, personal child health record. This is what they give you, and you got to use it with everything overseas in the UK. Okay. The next thing. This is what they use to send to you about a week before you're 16. So a week before your child becomes 16, they send you a national insurance number card. Now, and it says now it's changed. It's just a piece of paper with a number on it. But this is what they normally would send. And when they send this, you see what it say. This is not proof of identity. I wonder why they say that. If it's from the government, why is it not proof of identity? Everyone used to have the burgundy passport, but the government change came out of the European Union, so it's blue now. Here we go. So, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the passports used to be the burgundy one, but now they switched over to the British passport, which is the blue one. Wow, this is crazy. Let me see if I got anything else. Okay. This is the free birth certificate you get when you register the birth. Okay? And you see how I look. She said it was said that this is the free one. So, certificate of birth. It don't even say live birth. It just say birth. Wow. The QSEP number is here. Hold on. Your name and surname is here. The time is here. The date of birth is here. The registration district is here. The sub-district is here. Your name is here. First and last. And everything that's, you see it? Okay. This is some deep stuff, y'all. Hold on. Here you go right here. This is the, hold on, let me see what it says. This is the birth certificate they will ask you. They will ask of you what you have to pay for it. And they will ask of you, and they will ask if you want copies. So this is the one you got to pay for. And they will ask you if you want copies. Okay? Wow. Now, let's go back. Under UCC rule. Restrictive endorsement. UCC 3-402B1 must be used as his endorsement, or else he volunteers to stand as surety for the ongoing United States bankruptcy reorganization. Break this presumed joinders and establish his standing as man on record. So basically, you have to break being in the corporation and stand as a man on record. So how do you break it? Well, that's what I'm here to show you. How do you break it? Hold on. How do you break it? Well, you got to reclaim your birthright. The number one step is knowing who you are. That's the number one step, is knowing who you are. So before you can do anything, you got to know who you are. I'm going to use one of mine that's messed up. Got the wrong year on it, but that's cool. I went and destroyed my birth certificate in front of them and told them this is not me. And I paid for a certificate of live birth. Right? Paid for a certificate of live birth. I went and got it, and the difference of the certificate of live birth is it have a file number and a QSEP number, and it's originally on bond paper. I know y'all saying this look like regular paper. Yeah, I made a copy of it. Then from there, you go to the state that you were born in. You go to the state's office. And you put on paper whatever Hague country you are a part of. Then they give you a piece of paper. You got to fill all that out. They're gonna hard staple the real staple, your certificate of live birth and your state copy. And the hard staple is the hole in the joints, and I'm gonna show y'all that. They're gonna give it to you. You gotta send it to the White House to show that you reclaimed your birthright. Okay? Which I did. It takes 14 days. If everything checks out right, they either approve or disapprove. For the people that gets disapproved, you done something wrong. Now I'm gonna let you know something. For the folks that want to sit out there and say, oh, Dana just got copies of stuff, this and this and this and this and this. I'm authenticated, buddy. Your first sheet is your affidavit of ownership. Which means I am the owner of me. I'm the guardian. And I'm going to give it to you backwards because I take pride in my stuff. What do you mean by your certificate of live birth is on bond paper? This is what bond paper look like. It's very thick. Very thick. Authenticated bond paper. A birth certificate is not on that. It's on a piece of paper. Now watch this. My state of Maryland. It's on bond paper with a gold seal. A real live gold seal. My White House paperwork. If you look closely, it have the president's seal right here. United States of America, Department of State. And you have the White House abrazed seal. right there. And it's signed. Once you do, this is the first step. Once you do that, then you go to the second step, which is you have to get your, whatever state you in, you got to get a UCC file number, which means you got to fill out a UCC form online, and they give it to you directly. But you got to pay for it. The next thing you have to do is you have to get an international registered private tracking number. This is the number that you send through the postmaster at the post office. That's why you get a P.O. box. If you think I'm lying, it's all right here. That packet contains a lot of deep stuff. The first 9 pages is your life, is your new life. After that, you get a summation page. All of this you have to study, because you will be quizzed on it if you decide to go into a court you don't belong in. And if you take this with you, they ain't going to look at it. They're going to try to destroy it. But your paperwork have to be notarized. Which lets them know that you have witnesses that witnessed you do everything that you said you did, and that they are, and that they know that you are what you say you are. And all of this, pretty much, you denounce being part of the corporation. That's all this is. A bunch of paperwork that shows. Your next thing is your whole harmless agreement. That means when you go to court, if they try to bring you in a higher court, you can settle. And how you settle? With your indemnity bond and your surety bond. And you can put liens on judges now. This takes you out of their system. I ain't gonna show you no more, because then people can just look at it and be like, oh yeah, let's copy this, let's do this. Nope. You gotta come to me to get the paperwork. Next thing you do, you address your state. And I know it looked crazy, but the estate of DanaJay is not who I am. That's who I was named. That social security number, I don't occupy that. It was given to me. What's the difference between a person that reclaims their birthright and a person that don't? Well, the difference is this. Jurisdiction. You live in one jurisdiction, and the other lives in the other jurisdiction. Hey, Queen Bee. All right, the one that reclaims the birthright. I'm glad you asked that question. Because in reclaiming your birthright, right? You are telling them that you're a living entity. You are sui juris, a free man, woman, fisher, grower, writer. Right? That's what you're telling them. If you don't reclaim your birthright, you letting them know that you are unlegal juristic person, a judge, a taxpayer, a driver. That means in order to drive, you got to get a driver's license. Every year, you got to pay taxes, and you got to listen to a judge. See, if you look at certificate of birth, that's what it's supposed to be called, but they give it to you as birth certificate. It's nothing but a registered title of an artificial person, a corporate straw man, legal fiction, trade name created and owned by government. A certificate of live birth, which is nothing but a record of live birth, is an affidavit of life for a living man or woman, sovereign man or woman, not sovereign citizen, but sovereign man or woman, living fact, evidence of life outside the government. Yeah, we back, Nita. So you get it? Now watch this. Let's go deeper. Let's go over here. Under birth certificate, government is the beneficiary and employer of an lega's trustee, all caps name, by legal right in the express trust, civic divus, a CQV trust, which is civic divus. So the secret account, which is the trust account, yeah, CQV trust, which stands for civic divus, meaning dead at sea. Now let's go over here to the certificate of live birth. Sui juris John, capital first letter, everything else lowercase. Parentheses there, space, capital D, everything else lowercase, is the beneficiary, which means this is a live living person, is the beneficiary of the trustee, government by lawful right and the express trust. And it's the same, CQV trust. Queen Bee said, Dana, do you have any books you would suggest to study further into this? Yes, I have some manuals that I want to tell y'all about. There's a couple books. Meet Your Straw Man is a book. Decoding the Truth is a book. A manual called Surviving All Lies of the Government. Then you have one. I have some others. I got to look at it. I have some others. All right. So then you come down under birth certificate. It says given privileges and benefits that can be taken away, unshrunk. Human being, monster. A human being by birth, but in some part resembling a lower animal. A monster hath no inhabitable blood and cannot be here to any land. Valentinian's Law Dictionary, 1930. Certificate of Live Birth, innate rights and freedoms. Yeah, I can. That's what I've been doing back and forth. I've been bringing excerpts from books and putting them up there and reading them to y'all. Innate rights and freedoms that cannot be taken away, inalienable. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. Article 1, UDHR, 1948. Yeah, I'm not taking it down. So I'm just showing you like different parts. So when people say, Dana, and paying bills. Well, before I go there, I'm going to touch on this. U.S. Constitution, Article 6. Article 6, debt, supremacy, and oaths. It clearly says all debts contracted and engagements entered into before the adoption of this Constitution shall be as valid against the United States under this Constitution as under the Confederation. This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance of, and all treaties made, of which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding, the senators and representatives before mentioned, and the members of the several state legislatures, and all executive and judicial officers both of the United States and of the several states shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution, but no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States. Now, take that down. Hold on. Texas. Well, let's go here. Let's start here. Have anybody ever wondered why, when I was reading about the Constitution, they kept talking about births and this 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 and this? Well, I'm going to break something down. Matthew 24:8, right? We have the NIV version. We have the NLVT. We have the English Standard Version. We have the Berean Study Bible. We have the Berean Literal Bible. We have the King James Version. We have the New King James Version. We have the New American Standard Bible. We have the NASB. We got the NASB 1977, the Amplified Bible, the Christian Standard Bible, Holman Christian Standard Bible, American Standard Bible, Aramaic Bible in plain English. All right. They all talk about the beginning of birth pains, right? They all talk about that, because that's all you see. The beginning of birth pains. The beginning of birth pains. That's all you see. That's all you see. The beginning of birth pains. The beginning of birth pains. Beginning of birth pains. That's all you see, right? And that's in the Bible. Which they give you cross references. Hosea 13:13. Labor pains come upon him. Now, check this out. This is where they try to say God was, I ain't going to get into that, but you understand when they trying to take stuff and change it. Stuff like that. I ain't going to get into that. However, hold on, read what you said. Queen B said, Dana, this may sound crazy, but I was brainstorming after watching yesterday's live on this subject. I came to the synopsis that the government was designed to take away man's existence. Facts. I say existence because God created us all in his image. Facts. In summary, disrespect to God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. You want it today. You want it. That's why I say if you look this up and look at Matthew 28, you can look it up in a Bible Hub. But they give you cross references and everything. This is crazy. Their whole job is to undo what God has done. I don't care. So, money mechanics in the private, right? we deal with different things. We deal with stuff like this. This is something I drew up when I bought one of my cars. Right? This is also bond paper. This is not regular paper, you see? It's thick. It don't easily rip. This is bond paper. When I presented this, they took it, they was happy, they got to monetize it. And they got their funds from it. Bond paper. My UCC from Baltimore and from Georgia is on bond paper. Just wanted to let y'all know that. Because everything dealing with them is on bond paper. And so, nah, Queen B, I just answered everything you said. But in money mechanics, right? You have to know what you're doing. And I've talked about the negotiable instruments, right? Let's read. A negotiable instrument is a document that guarantees the payment of a specific amount of money to a specified person, the payee, and requires payment either on demand or at a set date. Negotiable instruments are distinct from non-negotiable instruments in that they can be transferred to different people, and in that case, the new holder obtains full legal title to it. Negotiable instruments contain key information such as principal, amount, interest rate, date, and most importantly, the signature of the payor. Features of the negotiable instruments. The term negotiable and a negotiable instrument refers to the fact that they are transferable to different parties. If it is transferred, the new holder obtains the full legal title to it. Non-negotiable instruments, on the other hand, are set in stone and cannot be altered in any way. Stop. When you go get a car and you sign a promissory note, that's a negotiable instrument. Types of negotiable instruments: personal checks, traveler's checks, money order, promissory notes. Told you. So what are you spending? Promissory notes. Certificates of deposit, CDs. More resources. So trust me when I say that I'm well versed in this and negotiable instruments. So bonds and coupons are also negotiable instruments. How do you think they're able to make sure you stay afloat? Because your certificate of live birth is a bond. When you get locked up, that's a bond. Because they forging your name. You ain't telling them to put your name on bond paper. What do you think the paperwork, when you go to jail or when you get locked up and they prepare it and put it before a judge, why do you think they want you to go online to get everything now? Because they don't want you with the original bond. And they know if you ever get your hands on that bond and you learn how to do it and you get yourself a DUNS number, like I have, you can cash your bond out at the court. That's all you got to do is go to the cage and cash it out. But they can't do it without your DUNS number. So check it. All bonds and interest coupons issued under the provisions of sections 4333.767 through 4333.797 have all the qualities and incidents of negotiable instruments under the provisions of the Mississippi Uniform Commercial Code. And in exercising the powers granted by sections 4333.767 through 4333.797, the State Bond Commission shall not be required to and need to comply with the provisions of the Mississippi Uniform Commercial Code. Thank you. Just letting you know what's going on. Penalties. Whew. Penalties. This should get a lot of you guys. Oh, my mods are slipping. My mods are slipping. They let one get through. Negotiable instruments are loans. UFF. Yeah. This is why the U.S. is in a deficit status. Negotiable instruments. Facts. So, just to let you know, Miss Queen Bee is on it. The penalties. Technically, what up, Brown Sugar? So technically, it's illegal to hire somebody to work for you. Technically, it's illegal. So what do you mean? Let's go. This is the 42 U.S. Code 408 penalties. In general, whoever, for the purpose of causing an increase in any payment authorized to be made under this subchapter, or for the purpose of causing any payment to be made where no payment is authorized under this subchapter, shall make or cause to be made any false statement or representation, including any false statement or representation in connection with any matter arising under subchapter E and chapter 1, or subchapter A or E of chapter 9 of the Internal Revenue Code of 1939, or chapter 2 or 21 of subtitle F of the Internal Revenue Code of 1954 as to A, whether wages were paid or received for employment as said terms are defined in this subchapter and the Internal Revenue Code, or the amount of wages or the period during which paid, or the person to whom paid. Stop. For y'all that don't understand that, that's why they need you to sign the I-9. Because if you don't sign the I-9, they fall under this. And you cannot hire somebody to pay them. It's illegal. But when you sign the I-9, you become part of their corporate fiction corporation, and they can do whatever the ham sandwich they want. B, whether net earnings from self-employment as such term is defined in this subchapter and in the Internal Revenue Code where derived, or as to the amount of such net earnings or the period during which or the person by whom derived. Or C, whether a person entitled to benefits under the subchapter had earnings in or for a particular period as determined under Section 403F of this title for purposes of deductions from benefits, or as to the amount thereof. So that's all we've been learning all day, is how they've been breaking the law. Now, before I go back there, while I'm talking about negotiable instruments, let's look at it. A negotiable instrument. I made my own money order voucher. Well, I didn't. This person did, but your own money order voucher. Is a negotiable instrument. That's all it needs is your signature. And it gives you the full details up top of how we pay. We will revisit that on Monday. When I say accept it for value, that's what I mean. You see I owe you something? And you gotta show proof that I owe it. So I will accept it for value upon proof. Feel me? Thank you so much, Ms. Cox. Upon proof, I will accept it, but you have to show proof. You feel me? Levi in the building. Welcome back to Levi for Kelly, where the stories to be told are sold, not to be told. What's up, Greg? Now, this is what I know I didn't do it. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Now, this is what I've been trying to protect people from. Also, when you reclaim your birthright, the affidavit of status. Now, this is 11 pages, right? The first title you see is Affidavit of Fact, right? Scroll down, Affidavit of Fact, I am not a person. We already talked about that 2 days ago of why you're not a person. That puts them on notice. A key line that's not in bold, but you need to pay attention to. I act in accordance with the following U.S. Supreme Court case. He cited it, a common law case, and then gave the case law. That's what a lot of us do not do. And it breaks it down because if Robert Kelly knew about this and he was experiencing this, he wouldn't be sitting where he's at now. Because nobody has proved anything to him. But he has proven that he has tried to settle the matter in due course. And he tried to settle it in commerce. And he tried to settle it under great principle. Which means he's not in default, nor was he ever a dishonor of fact. However, let's scroll down a little bit. Right here, he never waived his constitutional rights, this person. It goes into the use of Federal Reserve notes. And they're basically to discharge my debts. They talk about the bank account. With my signature on the bank signature card, if there is any hidden contract behind the bank signature card, my signature thereon gives no validity to it. He's breaking it down. The use of a social security number. They breaking all this down. The use of a driver's license. But look how A and driver's license are one word. Past tax returns. Birth certificate. Children in public school. Declaration of citizenship. I am not a United States citizen subject to its jurisdiction. This breaks it down. Past voter registration. Use of the 2-letter state code and zip code. There we go. Use of semantics. Federal jurisdiction. You know what I mean? But then with all of this, right? Why this is in bold? States fraudulently call children. It's talking about everything. These are all the non-Hague places right now. Then it gives the definitions. Then it gives the powers and contractual obligations of the government. So, revocation of power of attorney. It have it all. All in one document. So yes, I have the document. And like I say, I don't charge for documents. But if I gotta do it for you, just pay me for my time. And again, I don't hit people over the head. I don't do none of that. That's not what I do. What I do is educate. So I have a question. How many people in the chat are married or have been married? Say I or no. If you've been married or have been married, say I or no. If you want to get married, pay attention to what I'm about to show you. It's going to bust your head open. Pay attention. Let's go.
Welcome back to Wretched. Please send questions, comments, conundrums, snarks to idea@wretched.org. And I got to tell you, it's a good thing we ran out of time on that last question. Why? Well, I would have been tempted to go into a diatribe about pastors who proclaim a couple is married by the power vested in them by the state of what? When did that happen? Give or take about the early 20th century, when the government determined, let's get involved in marriage. It is such an important institution for the stability of society that we want to give people tax breaks, incentives to get married. Therefore, we will grant licenses that you can show to the IRS so that you don't have to pay so much in taxes, incentivizing people to get married. While I'm grateful that the state recognizes what is biblically true, that marriage is the bedrock institution of a society, I got to tell you, I understand why you do it, Pastor. It's the way that we do it. But by the power vested in me by the state of, no, marriages are marriages because of God, not the state. Is a pastor sinning by doing that? No, but I would also ask, are we breaking the law if we don't? Wouldn't it be more, I don't know, biblical to proclaim, based on your vows before God and these witnesses, I now proclaim you Mr. and Mrs. Wouldn't that be more biblical? It's a good thing we ran out of time. All right, gentlemen, second half. Here's the strategy. Psalms. Imprecatory psalms. Now take a knee. Let.
Dana, what's the reason of showing that? Well, here's the reason. When you get married, it's supposed to be a union between you, your partner, by God, right? In order to get married, it's a 3-part union. It's supposed to be you, your partner, and God. So I have a question. If that's the 3-part union, where do state come in at? Because in order to be recognized as a married couple, you have to go through what? The state. When the state forms a contract. So now you're not just married to your partner, you're married to the state. So everything with a judge is a hoax. Everything with the preacher is a hoax. Because the preachers there are only there to ensure that the state is part of your union. That's why you need a marriage certificate that comes from the state of So when you say I do to Pookie, and when Pookie say I do to Michelle, y'all both having a threesome. Because the state sitting there talking about something, I say I do to both of y'all. So is it safe to say that all 3 of y'all are bisexual? Because the state getting the cut of all of y'all. of both of y'all. So the state actually is giving it to both of y'all. Just another way of looking at it. Things that make you go, If you think I'm lying, try to get married without adding the state. Watch what happened to your marriage. Watch what happened to your marriage. Try to get married without adding the state. The state don't play that. They need their threesome. They need everything that y'all two getting, the state needed. Queen B gave scriptures. Here's the scriptures she gave. Hebrews 13:4, Romans 7:2, 1 Corinthians 7:10. Good God Almighty. So, people that really know have common law marriages, and the state don't want to honor that because they not getting that 33 1/3. That's why when you go and pay for that marriage certificate, they tell you you got to pay a sales tax every 5 years. Why? Because the state getting married too. You ain't going to marry your partner without marrying the state. So they think. That's why now a lot of states don't acknowledge common law marriage. Common law marriage is simply being with your partner for 5 years. That's common law marriage. Automatically, you're supposed to get the benefits of your partner automatically after 5 years. But I'm going to enlighten you on something. They don't want you to have common law marriage, but they give you common law marriage when it comes to your job. After 5 years, you are vested, right? And you don't got to sign nothing to be vested. And you don't got to pay a tax to be vested, do you? But being with your partner for 5 years, after 5 years, you're supposed to be vested. You're supposed to be common law married, but they don't want to accept that, but they want you to accept their state's agenda. Get out of here. I was married for 16 years, so you on my street today. Oh yeah, Coretta, I'm there. And I'm gonna find the paperwork on it. And on Monday, I'm gonna bring it. Also, I'm gonna show y'all another law dictionary to study from. This is the 6th edition. This is hold on, wait a minute. The Bouvier, Bouvier. This is another law dictionary to study from. Okay? Just wanted to let y'all know. So, let's look at some excerpts. Let's look at some things. The state of Texas is the first state to admit in their rules of civil procedure, evidence, and admittal of the live man, and that the state of Texas unlawfully converted the live man into a state-created corporate entity. Texas Rule of Civil Procedure, number 204, Rule for Mental and Physical Examination. C1, requirements for obtaining order. The court may issue an order for examination only for good cause shown and only in the following circumstances. 1, when the mental or physical condition, including the blood group of a party. There you go. So in order for them, technically, in order for them to issue a warrant on a live man, they got to show that you are mentally or physically in a bad condition. These Negroes been breaking the law the whole time. Then it says, or of a person in the custody, conservatorship, or under the legal control of a party is in controversy. So they violated Robert all the way around the board. So by them having all them people and by them having a TV show saying that he's crazy and it makes sense. Now, by Surviving R. Kelly having the so-called doctors on there saying he got a mental condition and all that, they was able to come and get him because it haven't been proven, but they have had enough people and enough physicians and power to say that his mental condition is gone. Wow. Now the part in parentheses, including the blood group of a party, specifically, and 100% is the court admitting to the unlawful conversion of live man into a corporate entity, is why we have to file a non-corporate status notice, facts, and miscellaneous records of the county records, facts. B, agreements. There is no agreement. Relationship to other rules. This subdivision applies to examinations made by agreement of the parties, unless the agreement expressly provides otherwise. This subdivision does not preclude discovery of a report of an examining physician or psychologist, or the taking of a deposition of the physician or psychologist in accordance with the provisions of any other rule. 204.3, effect of no examination. If no examination is sought either by agreement or under this subdivision, the party whose physical or mental condition is in controversy must not comment to the court or jury concerning the party's willingness to submit to an examination, or on the right or failure of any other party to seek an examination. Makes sense. Let's see. A person lacks the ability to appear. A person cannot act on its own without a man or woman or authorized representative, attorney in fact. Hey, stop. So everybody that's saying that they are a person, how are you a person and you walk in the earth? Because it clearly says a person lacks the ability to appear. A person cannot act on its own without a man or woman or authorized representative, attorney in fact. So now we know a person is a corporate fictional person that's made up. How can you be a person? A name is a means by which that thing is known. Courts are in rem. Adjective, law. That's what rem means. Law. Made against or affecting a thing. And therefore other people generally imposing a general liability. It confirms a right in rem. A right in law. Let's go. Are you a claimant? 31 U.S. Code 3727, assignments of claims. A, in this section, assignment means a transfer or assignment of any part of a claim against the United States government or of an interest in the claim. Anything and everything attached to your birth certificate and or social security number, or the authorization to receive payment for any part of the claim. Form 56, all cap letters, John Henry, to personal persona, John Henry, with durable power of attorney on file, and all POAs on file in county recorder's office. B, an assignment may be made only after a claim is allowed. The amount of the claim is decided, and a warrant for payment of the claim has been issued. This is the purpose of private exclusive equity in chambers and camera. The assignment shall specify the warrant must be made freely and must be attested to by 2 witnesses. The person making the assignment shall acknowledge it before an official who may acknowledge a deed, and the official shall certify the assignment. The certificate shall state that the official completely explained the assignment when it was acknowledged. An assignment under this subsection is valid for any purpose. See subsection B of this section. Does not apply to an assignment to a financing institution of money due or to become due under a contract providing for payments totaling at least $1,000 when the contract does not forbid an assignment. Did you redline anything in your mortgage papers? Uh-oh. Did you redline anything in your mortgage papers for y'all that's buying houses? Or for y'all that claim y'all bought a house? Did they give full disclosure? Unless the contract expressly provides otherwise, the assignment is for the entire amount not already paid. Is made to only one party, except that it may be made to a party as agent or trustee for more than one party participating in the financing, and may not be reassigned. But when done private without registering, the courts are selling the securities you underwrote, and prisoner funds are sold through your state's treasury trust as mortgage-backed securities. Wow. And all mortgages are being pooled and sold through a subdivision of state treasury trusts. In Texas, it's Tex Pools Federated Hermes, Cisco Michael. The assignee files a written notice of the assignment and a copy of the assignment with the contracting official or the head of the agency, the surety on a bond on the contract, and any disturbing official for the contract. Man, this is deep. So pretty much they letting you know that your home is paid for already. This is Monday's work right there. The bar lawyers, this is Monday's work. Yeah, this is Monday's work. Yep, this is Monday's work. Yep. Yep, this is Monday's work. I had to make sure that I was done with this until Monday. That part. So, hold on. I was about to show you something. This is why I don't like getting on Facebook, because it shows when people are talking. So what I'm going to do is show y'all how one of my homies, Ro, paid for his car and everything was straight.
To make a payment for your auto loan.
So what he did was he sent a negotiable instrument, not a greenback, but a negotiable instrument. And here's the outcome.
And your voice may be used for verification. Welcome to the Chase Pay by Phone system. This service will allow you to make a payment for your auto loan. Para continuar en español, oprima el número 9. Please enter your account number or your social security number, followed by the pound sign. This account is for a 2021 Dodge. If this is correct, press 1. If incorrect, I see that this account is closed. Your payoff check in the amount of $35,023.89 was received on May 31st, 2021. If you still need to speak with the customer service...
Wait. Your payoff check. Now, this is from the place that gave him the loan, which is Chase Bank. Check it. Here we go again.
Press 1 if incorrect.
Hold on. Okay, Coretta, anytime.
This account is for a 2021 Dodge. If this is correct, press 1. If incorrect, I see that this account is closed. Your payoff check in the amount of $35,023.89 was received on May 31st, 2021. If you still need to speak with a customer service specialist, press 0. To end this call, press 9 or hang up.
Wow. Wow. Now, last but not least, all of y'all that talk about down payments. All of y'all that say, I made a down payment on my house. Stop. Where do your down payment go? Let's see. Let's see. 15 U.S. Code 1662. Advertising of down payments and installments. No advertisement to add, promote, or assist directly or indirectly in any extension of consumer credit may state 1. That a specific periodic consumer credit amount or installment can be arranged, unless the creditor usually and customarily arranges credit payments or installments for that period and in that amount. 2. That a specified down payment is required in connection with any extension of consumer credit, unless the creditor usually and customarily arranges down payments in that amount. So I'm asking a question. Why are people paying down payments on things when you are the creditor? So if you're the creditor and you never did a down payment like that, why are you taking the status of creditor and giving it to people who's trying to make you the borrower? That's all I got to say for the day. I heard enough heads today. Monday, be ready. Oh, whoa, wait. I almost forgot. I told y'all about Metaverse, right? Look at what they doing to your kids. Look at what they doing to your kids. This is all on what used to be called Facebook. Now it's called Meta. Now watch this. Welcome to the Metaverse. Build your own world. Invest with Gemini. Decentraland, The Sandbox, and Axie Infinity are some of the leading names in the metaverse space. Sign up now to start building your own world. Do you know what that means? Soon. While y'all thought the pandemic was to keep your kids safe, no. It was training to keep your kids occupied and to take them away from what you know as reality. So for the people who say, I didn't get the Matrix, they pretty much telling you that the Matrix was phony and fake. You control the world. So all you got to do is take control of you. I'm just saying. Remember some things. Remember, you are a living entity, not a legal entity. Remember, you are a man or a woman, not a corporation. Remember, all caps names is not you. It's the fictitious you. Remember this right here. You have annihilated rights and freedoms. You wasn't given privileges and benefits. When you keep that in your mind, then you'll be okay. And you can fight the good fight. $124 now. 2 o'clock. I'm going to be showing a movie that the world desperately needs to see. This movie puts me in the mindset of Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Cuba Gooding Jr., and now Chris Brown. It has some powerful people that you are going to recognize in this movie. 2 p.m. Come back. I will be showing the movie. I will be showing the movie at 2 p.m. And it's called Never Heard My Father Speak. Man, I love my actors. I love my acting community because we get to share each other work. I love this work. I can't wait to be a part of part 2. So at 2 p.m., come back. The movie is only 1 hour and 46 minutes. 26 minutes. But before you go, thank you so much, Mel J. I appreciate the super chat. But before you go, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the movie. It go a little something like this.
The gang leader, formerly known as A-Train, continues to maintain his innocence despite insurmountable evidence against him.
This man may be a lot of things, but I'm telling you, he's not a liar. You better be right about this, Monty. I just need to ask you one question. Did you rob that convenience store and kill that little girl in that cashier?
You already died.
I should be out there.
You are right where you need to be to hear from God.
Don't allow your past to defeat you.
See, out there was a distraction from being a father to your son.
Aaron, he's selling drugs, just like his father used to.
All we do is sell a little weed. Right?
Boy, you know you hear me talking to you.
Yeah, Ma. I got you a little something. I think this is the piece of evidence we've needed. Let's go get him out of there.
never even heard my father speak.
I've never seen you here before.
My grandma works here. Look like I may have a good reason to come back a little bit more often.
If I get out, will I have a place to come to?
Offer your life today.
Everything has a seed. And if you plant trouble, trouble's what you gonna get back. Now if you don't have that money by tomorrow,
He wants to be a father to his son.
Man, I'm going to say this. Be here at 2 o'clock to see this. Be here at 2 o'clock to see this. Miss Lady T, how can you remember this movie and it just came out a month ago? Hey, Mama Mary. Miss Lady T said, I remember this movie. You cried through the movie. Don't tell nobody about it. Miss Lady T and Coretta. Don't tell nobody about it. Just be here at 2 o'clock. Tell all your friends. Tell all your thug friends. Tell all the hard dudes. Matter of fact, all the fathers, I need to see them over here. And we're going to watch this together. Let's build. And remember this. If you are hungry and got a sweet tooth, stop past JD's Vegan. Only at Walmart in your ice cream section. And get one of your choices. Strawberry Sweetheart, Chocolate My Way, Welcome to Atlanta Peach Cobbler, Key Lime Pie, 404 Cookies and Cream, and Apple Butter. And when you get one, eat it live. And tell me exactly how you like it. If you're looking for a social platform that's made for us, designed by us, created by us, then come on over to WeGotUps.com. www.WeGotUps.com.
Yeah, what's up? This your homeboy Ice Cube. You know what it is, the West Coast Warlord.
I ain't actually interrupt me.
Wizard.
Cube.
Don Mega is in the house. Now check this out. I'm inviting you to join the official Black People Social Network. WeGotUps.com. That's WeGotUps.com. 100% black owned, man. I see you here, boys. I see you out there doing it, man. And as we say in the Big 3 League, we got ups, baby. So WeGotUps.com. Check it out, man. You know what I mean? Obviously, black people, we definitely need to socialize, get together, figure out this system we all going through. So, WeGotUps.com promises to be that place. Like I said, black owned. Gotta love it. And, willing to make sure that you guys make a social connection. So, WeGotUps.com, from your homeboy Ice Cube. Got to throw up the dub, for that. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, man, official Black People Social Network. I get it right. Don't worry about nothing. Just join, man. Join the official Black People Social Network. WeGotUps.com. WeGotUps.com, man. That's easy, man. We got ups, baby. We got ups. Your homeboy Ice Cube, and I'm out. Throwing up the dub for We Got Ups, man. Check it out.
Man, he interrupted me. But look, IQ, when you come over, turn that blue gray when you look up official DanaJay. I'm up out of here. 30 minutes, I'll be back.
Swimming in you. Hey, little mama, said I wanna take a dip in your pool. Just go for a little dive, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what's up? This your homeboy Ice Cube. You know what it is, the West Coast Warlord, the Grand Wizard. Don Mega is in the house. Now check this out. I'm inviting you to join the official Black People Social Network. WeGotUps.com. That's WeGotUps.com. 100%